In today's mental health check, they say comparison is the thief of joy, and it seems like we are seeing more of that with social media.
Yeah, the constant stream of content can cause some users to compare their own lives to other people, and at times it could even feel like you are behind in life in terms of milestones. Joining us now is clinical psychologist Jennifer Hartstein. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So, I think this happens to all of us, right? Like you're looking at your friends or the people you follow on social media, and they have what looks like these glamorous lives with tons of big milestones and parties and cultural events and things that you feel like doesn't match your life at all.
Yes.
And then you feel badly.
And then, well, yes. And that's the shame of it, right? Is that, on one hand, it's a way to share information with other people in like a really broad stroke way. If you can't kind of talk to everybody, it's like, hey, look at this cool thing I did. And at the same time, I'm sitting there going, well, why can't I do that thing?
Yeah.
And how come you get to do it and I don't get to do it? But we forget that, like, we curate our lives online to show people exactly what we want them to see. So we don't see maybe all of the hard work it took to get to that thing. We just see the thing.
Do you think social media influences the desire to compare more than just what we do in everyday life?
In a weird way, yes, right? Because in real life, I don't want your unsolicited opinion on anything that I do. And yet, I will post a picture of me on Instagram or do something on TikTok, and I'm actually asking, weirdly, for unsolicited advice, right? So it does do this kind of strange thing of like, look at what I'm doing, showy, 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 and give me some feedback, but don't really. And so it gets a very confusing kind of space, and I think social media promotes that in a big way.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here thinking as a public person that I do post like my anniversary recently with my husband. Like I post the things that are the big milestones.
Yeah.
I don't post all the stuff in between.
Right? You don't post the fight you had that morning.
No, exactly. Maybe right on the nose. How can we be more confident in our own path, right? How can we sort of own that, wait, maybe I don't look just like that person and that's okay?
Well, and I think that we have to remember that we are all different and we are going to live our lives all differently. And an important thing to think about is what's the joy in your own life, right? Just because someone else has something, a major trip or ran the marathon or whatever, it doesn't take away the things that you are in fact doing for yourself. So you got to remember that. Maybe you need to actually take some time away from social media. If you really notice it's making you more anxious and more depressed, stop looking, right? I think we have to be aware of the fact that your life is going to be different than mine, and that doesn't make mine worse or yours better. It's just different.
If we are in like a doom scroll, I'll call it that, but just in that scroll where you're going and maybe we start to feel it, do you have any advice for how we like hit the stop button and stop it in the moment?
Well, I think there's that moment when we're kind of in that kind of downward spiral that you kind of have a moment of like stop, and I think we ignore it. So I think there's that mindful moment of really being like, hey, put your phone away, or if you know that that's just really hard for you, set some timers or stop following certain people, and I think that there are glimmers every day in our own lives that we don't pay enough attention to, that I encourage all of us to stop and just be like, oh, that's a beautiful thing, and own that, because I don't have to put it on social media to just enjoy it.
Are there ways that it can be beneficial to compare and contrast yourself with others?
As long as it's not impacting, like you're not looking at it as a way to promote your self-esteem, right? Like, yeah, I want to look to see what you're doing, and maybe it's going to motivate me to work harder or do more, because that could be really cool. But I also don't want it to be the thing that crushes me. So it can build resilience. It can help me say, I want that. How do I get there? And that's really helpful.
In like 20 seconds, what is your main takeaway for people struggling with this?
Put your phone down. I mean, I think ideally we have to remember that social media makes us more anxious and depressed. Walk away from your phone when you need to. Take it off your phone. But like, do what you need to do to protect your own peace.
Really good advice.
Jennifer Hartstein, always great to have you. Always with the good advice. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
You're watching NBC News Daily.